Appreciate that, Dwayne.
To the final.
Thank you.
The quote, Greg, you started at the bottom, and now you're here.
Straight up.
The team is here. I saw you near the end when you was coming out, you just had a look like, I cannot, like that of excitement and all of that. What was you feeling during that moment?
Just a long time coming. You know, that's what I said to Jay Gaspar, our equipment manager. He's the only one in the organization that's been here longer than me. You know, he's going on year 30, so he was here, and Julie. So Julie's been here also. But it's been a long time coming. We've seen the bottom of the bottom for multiple years, and just keeping my head down. You know, waiting on this moment right here. And Monty coming in, building the culture. You know, him leaving us with the preparation meets opportunity, and you know that was these moments right here, and we took it and we ran with it. But we still have work to do. I mean, this is nice and all, but you know we're going for Larry for sure.
Lastly, when you took that shot to the nose, was that excruciating with the pain there? Maybe it wasn't. I mean, but I gotta assume it was.
Yeah, I mean, it hurt a bit. It's still a little tender right now, but you know, well worth it. I'll take that over and over again. You know, for this feeling right here. So, playing without the mask, just had to ditch it, and you know, I knew opportunities like this don't come around, and you know, I didn't want to take it lightly. So, just wanted to be locked in.
Thanks, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Dave McMiniman with ESPN, and then Kellen Olson.
Devin, Clippers went on that 10-0 run in the third.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd's going crazy. You know, leads down to 7, and then Chris responds. What was that like as a team that experienced that?
I mean, we had a timeout. We came to the huddle. We said, "Don't lose our head." I think we were up 17. They cut it to 7. So we had a game again. But you know, people always been saying it. You hear it since you're a kid. It's a game of runs. And, you know, how you respond to those runs is, you know, can determine the success of a team. So, you know, right there, you kind of have a decision to make. Which way do you want to go? In this group right here, I feel like we're tested. We've been in those situations, especially Chris and Jay. You know, so we locked back in as a team, and we got it going. Chris hit a 3, put us up 10 again. And, you know, the rest was history.
Next is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, and then Mark Spears.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
The stat that went up after the game was that 5 previous years for you guys, it's the lowest winning percentage across all 5 professional sports when the team makes the finals or makes the championship the next year. You think about all the Suns fans that stuck with you and stuck with this team through all that. Just how does it feel to do this for them? Yeah,
I mean, that's a real love. That's a relationship that, you know, it's hard to explain with words. You know, I tell people all the time, Phoenix is my 3rd home. And they've embraced me that way since day one, you know, and I've put my head down, I've worked, you know, and I've been through a lot of bullshit, honestly. But, you know, just being who I am and, you know, seeing the bigger picture, having the tunnel vision on, you know, what this can be. You know, I've seen the parade when they didn't even win the finals. They just made the finals, 300,000 people out there right in front of the arena. So, you know, the love has been there since I've been there, even when we were at the bottom. Even when we were at the bottom, it still showed up the games. Love around the city has always been there. You know, so, you know, Phoenix is my city.
Next is Mark Spears with ESPN, followed by Gina Mizell.
Well, congrats.
Thank you, Mark.
There was a lot of family shout outs so far. I don't know if you've talked to your dad already. Or...
Talked to him. Talked to my mom already.
Yeah.
My sister. Yeah, man, we've been through a lot, you know, since day one, you know, before the NBA, before that, you know, they've stuck behind me all the way. And, you know, having their acceptance of me and understanding what I'm going through keeps me driven every day, you know, putting smiles on their faces, being able to, you know, provide for my family, take care of my family. You know, there's no feeling like that. So, you know, that keeps me on this everyday pursuit to be legendary for real.
And I want to ask you about what kind of workouts did your dad put you through in the off season, and how did he help prepare you to get to this moment?
We've done pretty much every workout you could think of, you know, from when I first moved with him in Mississippi, when I moved down to Moss Point, Mississippi. And, you know, I always had a love for the game of basketball. I was always a student of the game, but, you know, I wasn't aware of the work that goes into it. So I was always good, but, you know, he made me take it the extra mile. He pushed me. You know, I had never been pushed before. You know, I never had the truth told to me, you know, at all times. You know, somebody that, you know, is telling the truth out the goodness of the heart to see you succeed. You know, you can feel that. So, you know, it just makes you want to be better every day. But workout-wise, I've done it all.
Next is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, and then Mark Medina.
Over here. Congrats, first of
Thank
all.
you, Jen.
To sort of build off of Rachel's question about you and Chris. We've heard about, of course, Tim being at your pre-draft workout. We've heard a lot about what you guys have done together this season. But what about the in-between moments when you guys were just going up against each other? Or how much did you guys talk? How much did you guys know each other as far as getting to a point where Chris is out there saying that the biggest reason I wanted to come here was because of you?
Yeah, I mean, Chris, like you said, he took us and me, D'Angelo, Carl, pre-draft. You know, he came and worked out with us a couple of times, and that's where relationships started. But, you know, I think he thinks when we played against each other the first time that it was going to be a love. But, you know, I started talking shit to him right away. and what he says about, you know, we almost get to fighting, that's because multiple times we've had our disagreements on the court multiple times. And, you know, it's just those type of competitors, you know, the players that you're like, I don't like playing against that guy, but I love him on my team. And Jay Crowder is also one of them. So I've got into it with him. Got into it with him too. So, but, you know, those are the ones that you want to go to war with. You know, those are the ones you want to put the jersey on for. And, you know when it's not your day that, you know, having people behind you, having that support system behind you gives you confidence to keep going. And just honesty, you know, like what I said with Mark, you know, this group, they've been there before, you know, they've been in these situations before. So the honesty with knowing what the bigger picture is and what we're trying to get to, you know, has been since day one and not a problem with us. Just somebody's messing around, let them know.
With all that said, so when you get word that the trade might be a possibility or the trade's happening, did you think, okay, yeah, we're both like kind of cut from the same cloth. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, we had some conversations before, and you know, I knew, you know, if that went down, that he was coming to Phoenix, that, you know, we were gonna be able to make some noise.
Next is Mark Medina with USA Today, and then Jovan Buha.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, to build off of what you're talking about, Chris, Monty was saying that you and him have gotten really close throughout the season. How did you see that evolve, and what are kind of some of the main moments that stick with the friendship and the learning experiences?
Well, there's zero ego involved. You know, I think that's the most important part. You know, we both want to see each other succeed. We both want the team to succeed. We all want the team to succeed. You know, so when you're all on the same page that way, you know, the relationships tend to happen. We spend a lot of time together. We watch a lot of games together. We live right down the street from each other. So, you know, we're neighbors. You know, so it just happens with time and going through experiences with each other and, you know, just spending real quality time, having real conversations, not just about basketball, about life. And that's how you develop the relationship that, you know, that we've built and are still continuing to build. This is our first year playing together. So, you know, I appreciate him a lot. You know, I've been a sponge to him since the day he got here. Before that, but, you know, our relationship definitely took off since he's been here.
Final two questions are Jovan Buha with The Athletic, and then Melissa Rowland.
Chris is obviously a future first ballot Hall of Famer, but what do you think finally getting over the hump and making his first finals of 16 years in means that his career and his legacy?
Chris Paul is stamped regardless. You know, anything else from here is extra. It's extra just to solidify it. And you know, I know he wants it bad. I know he's happy about this for his first time, but you know, I know what he's on the pursuit of, and you know, we have that same understanding. We don't talk about it much, but we know what we're trying to get to. But as far as he needs a ring to be considered he's one of the best point guards ever played the game, and that's a fact. And everybody knows that, arguably the best. So, you know, he's put the work in for many years, 16 years. I'm 24. What is that, 8 years old since he's been in? So all I know is Chris Paul. Growing up, I remember I told him I used to go to New Orleans games when I lived in Mississippi and just seeing him play there. So, you know, it's been a long time coming. I wore the man's shoes in high school throughout my whole high school career. So CP3 is stamped in this game forever.
Final question is Melissa Rowland with Fox Sports.
Hey, Devin, you talked a lot about how much Chris Paul has meant to your career and your guys' relationship. How did it feel for you to be one of the main reasons that he finally was able to get over the hump?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought about that yet. And, you know, I think we're not over the hump yet. You know what I'm saying? We have bigger plans ahead. But, you know, it's crazy. Like I said, just watching the games, I've been 8 years old since he's been in the NBA and just being a straight fan to start. You know, me and my friends would be talking about it like when Chris would leave the house or something. And I'll say, it's CP3, you know, every time he leaves. That's CP3. That's CP3. So it's kind of strange that, you know, just growing up, like literally being a fanboy of him and now being right next to him in the backcourt. It's just crazy how life comes full circle. But, you know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be in this position.
Thank you for the time, Buck.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.